blessings and love. Namaste, namaskaram. This is Om Oracle Tarot, and this is Capricorn's spiritual path reading for October 2022 for what is on Capricorn's spiritual path in October. Excuse me. Now, I have to say that these are general readings that may not resonate with everyone. If they don't, that's all right. There's plenty of other great YouTube tarot readers that you can check out. I also want to remind everybody to check your other placements, as it can help give you a broader picture of what might be going on. I also want to remind everybody to that you can get in contact with me here in the comments of the video. You can also get in contact with me at the Om Oracle Tarot Instagram page, of which there's only one, and the link for that is below in the description of this video. And if any of this reading resonates with you, please feel free to like, share, and subscribe, as it is really most appreciated, and I appreciate all of you, and I want to send a big sense of gratitude and thank you out to all those who have liked, shared, subscribed, and donated. It really does mean so much. And again, thank you so much. I also want to remind everyone that you can check out the mid-month readings that I offer here at the channel. You can also check out the full moon and the new moon readings that I also offer here at Om Oracle Tarot. All right. Without any further ado, please give us a message for what is on Capricorn's spiritual path for October 2022. 3 cards, please. I only take uprights and I only take jumpers from the deck. And while there may be moments of silence during the reading, while I may be shuffling, as I do not speak very much, these readings are probably the most that I do speak in any one stretch. Do pay attention to anything you might hear within yourself, a word or songs. You might smell something that reminds you of something, or an emotion may bubble up. You may see something in your mind's eye, as this is all your intuition playing a role in this reading, as we are not together in the physical. I am connecting to your energy, so your energy is very much a part of this reading, and your energy is here. And in a lot of ways, that real deeper reading takes place in those moments of silence, so do take note of those. All right, thank you. All right, Capricorns, there's definitely something you are wanting here. We have the Knight of Cups, we have the 9 of Swords, we have the 7 of Pentacles, and we have the 4 of Wands here. So with the Knight of Cups, you're really moving forward in October with your heart held high, your compassion. Your cup of compassion is full, and you are really riding towards something. You're wanting to deliver this cup of love and compassion somewhere. Now, if it will be received or not is giving you some level of worry and anxiety. You may be having some sleepless nights over this, but you are taking the long term view on this. You're kind of looking to the future and saying, you see where you want to deliver this cup. If it will be received or not is giving you some anxiety. But you're wanting to deliver this cup in a place that is going to give you sustainable results here, as you are cultivating this garden and this harvest of your heart here, so that you can share it with another person. And again, this is all riding on this 4 of Wands energy. So this celebratory energy. You are feeling this celebration within your heart for whoever or whatever you're wanting to hand this cup to. You feel really good about it, and it's that kind of draw towards it that is causing this, because if it's not received, that could give you a certain element of pain or anguish here. But it feels like within yourself, you feel like you're coming home to yourself, and you feel like you're riding into harmony. And that's why the balance of this weighs so heavily on you, is because you really want this celebration. And in some ways, this card can be read as marriage, as this is the stupa, and these two people are walking across the down the aisle here. This can also speak of community celebration. So you could be bringing this cup to a community, but there is definitely there is something you have in mind for this cup of compassion and love here. Definitely. All right. Let's get a little deeper here. We have, this is the Yogic Path deck. Let's scoot these down. Please give us 3 cards for what is on Capricorn's spiritual path in October 2022. Thank you. Thank you. One more, please. All right. Thank you. So we had Svadhyaya, Sattva, and Rada. So Svadhyaya is this self-study. This is the study of yourself, who and what you are, at the root of your perception. Here we have this eye looking at this book, and this eye kind of above it all. Here's this eye is outside of time and space here. And so this is kind of this knowledge of self, some would say, or this look into yourself, this self-inquiry, or this mind, no mind type of self-study. It's neti. So it does appear that you are engaged in this type of internal work. And then we have Satya. So this word means truth or truthfulness. So it does appear that you are moving forward with truth, and you are discovering the truth of yourself. You're moving forward with this truth. You know who you are. You're moving forward with this truth. And it almost feels like this truth is your code of conduct here. You are moving completely out of this truth, or moving completely with this truth. And then we have Radha. So Radha is the goddess true love of Krishna here. But Radha is the goddess of love and compassion, devotion, bliss, this Shakti, this feminine energy and beauty. And so this card very much reads like this Knight of Cups here. So you are coming in really strong with this love and compassion, this beauty of the heart space here. All right, this is the Wisdom of the Buddha deck, as I call it. Please give us 3 cards, 3 messages for what is on Capricorn's spiritual path for October 2022. 2 more cards, please. And I feel like this truth that you've learned about yourself is kind of what has been the catalyst for this forward momentum with this love and compassion here. 1 more, please. Thank you. So we have the Buddha Dakini, and this is the Buddha family of the center. And the message here is replace ignorance by studying spiritual teachings. So this is what you have been doing, and this is why you are doing this self-inquiry. And this is definitely replacing this ignorance for you. But the Spirit is giving you this message to continue to do this. This will help eliminate some of this worry and anxiety that you have, because it is not the self that is experiencing this worry and this anxiety. It is the ego that experiences that. And then we have the chakras. Now, somebody gave me a hard time because I'm saying it chakra, and they say it is pronounced chakra. These are both correct. It all depends on what region of India you might be doing your learning in. And then in America, we say things all kind of different ways depending on where we live. So I say it chakra. So this is the chakras and the 4 guardian angels here. And the message here is call upon the guardians of our psychic energies. So this is definitely telling you in times of worry, in times of uncertainty, do call on your spirit guides, on whatever practice you may be engaged in, your angels, your dakinis, your gods and goddesses, whatever spiritual path you may be on. The Spirit is saying, call upon them. And in fact, these entities are one with your psychic energies here. They're one with the truth of what you are. And so definitely call on them when you're in these, having these moments here. And then we have White Mahakala. So White Mahakala is the god of prosperity and wealth. And the message here is, wish others wealth and happiness, yours will come too. So there's 2 things here. So this is saying there may be a past situation at which you might hold some animosity towards, and the Spirit is asking you, if you can, to release that and actually wish them the best life that they could possibly live. And this actually liberates you from the binds that you may have with that past person. This also brings in your own wealth and happiness here. There is a sense of where you are moving towards. There might be, and this might be where this worry is coming from, that there might be some competition in the works here. And you might have some funny style feelings towards your competition, as most anyone would. But the Spirit is saying, wish them wealth and happiness. Yours will come too. What is meant to be will be. All right, let's get 3 cards, please. This is the Gita deck. 3 cards for what is on Capricorn's spiritual path in October 2022. No, that's way too many. 3 cards, please. Now, if those cards are meant to come out, they'll come back out again, as they usually do. 2 more, please. And the reason why I limit the number of cards is because this would turn into a 4-hour reading. So I'm trying to keep it at a manageable length here by limiting it to 3 cards. 2 more cards, please. Two more cards, please. Thank you. If we can get 1 more, please, that'd be most appreciated. Just 1 more, please. Come on, 1 more card, please. Jokester. All right. 1 more. Otherwise, we're going to move on. More. Thank you. All right. So we have sacrificial offerings here. And Shiva sitting here. Shiva is the destructive energy of the Hindu Trinity here. And again, these readings are not religious specific. These are talking about energies here. So this divine destructive energy, and with the sacrificial offerings here. So in moving forward, and this is why this is causing some grief, is you are actually being asked to sacrifice something in order to move forward here. So you are sacrificing something in order to move forward with this cup. But do know that this, whatever you are sacrificing, sacrifice it up to the divine. Make this sacrifice an offering to the divine here. Make this an act of devotion, not for any one outcome per se, but just in general, all acts that we perform can be an act of devotion, whether it is walking down the street, doing the dishes, going to the bathroom, blowing our nose. Everything can be used and seen as an act of devotion or prayer, because everything is one with the divine. Nothing is excluded here. And again, equal vision. So coming into this equal vision that everything is divine, this self-inquiry is really going to help out with that perception here. So finding that equal vision here. And then we have this fall from grace. So, and this feels like kind of creeping into mid-October. There's going to be this question of, oh, did I do the right thing in making this move and performing this sacrifice? Is this cup even going to be received in the right way? And you're going to feel like you're having this fall from grace. This isn't a true fall from grace. And the Spirit, again, is reminding you to call on your guardians for this aid here. This is going to help you out quite a bit, and you will realize that you haven't fallen from grace, and in fact, you are right where you're meant to be. This isn't a true fall. So let's get 3 cards. This is the Gods and Goddesses deck. What type of divine energies are surrounding Capricorns on their spiritual path for October 2022? Thank you. Chandra, the moon god. So we have a couple depictions of the moon out here. So do pay close attention to the planets, the transits, and the moon cycles. As these are going to play an important role in the timing of things for you. You may want to observe some of these moon cycles in your practice or ritual. We have Agni, god of fire. And we have Nataraja, the lord of the dance. This is the dancing Shiva. Thank you. So Chandra, the moon god. And his blessings are purification of the blood. So you may be doing some sort of cleanse at this time, but you are coming, the Spirit is coming in with the blessings of purification of the blood. So you might even be either a cleanse or some sort of fasting. You may not be partaking in drink or things of that nature. You might be cleaning out the system in some way. And another blessing is nourishment of this crops. So this crop, this harvest of your heart, of this long-term view. Your crop is being nourished. Subduing mental ills and anxiety. So again, you are getting some aid in this department here, provided you, in these moments, you seek and call on your guardians and your guides here. And overcoming pessimism and madness. So again, with this 9 of Swords energy, you are overcoming this energy here. And the moon god. So if we look at the cards, this is depicting the whole universe. There are moons here. This is a moon or an eclipse of some sort. So there are a couple moons depicted here, and most likely there will be at least one more. But the Spirit is saying pay close attention to the planets, the transits of the moon, or the transits of the planets and the moon cycles moving forward. Then we have Agni, the god of fire. And his blessings are improved digestion. So with this clearing out, this cleansing of your system, you are receiving a healthier function of your body. This is true knowledge and worldly riches. So this truth of the knowledge of who you are, you're receiving that, but you're also receiving these worldly riches somewhere along here. And it feels like this cup may or may not land where you think it's going to, but you are on the path to these worldly riches. Something is going to pay off for you here as you move forward. Acquisition of inner powers through yoga. So this self-inquiry, this Advaita Vedanta, this is yoga. You could almost say this is like the first yoga, Advaita Vedanta. Now, in the West, we think of yoga as poses because of the way that it's marketed and branded here. But yoga has many different practices involved in it. One of them being svadhyaya, this self-study, this self-inquiry. Freedom from debasing desires and habits. So you might be dropping a habit here to move forward. Something that might not be the best for you. This can also speak of habits of thought, the way that you think about yourself, and perhaps dropping some of this worry as you move forward. And then we have Nataraja, the Lord of the Dance. This is the dancing Shiva holding this bowl of fire and dancing with baby Ganesha. Now, Ganesha is the remover of obstacles. So you have an obstacle here, and it does appear to be the mind and the way that reacts here appears to be the obstacle. But it does appear that your obstacles is being removed for you here. And the self-inquiry and overcoming these obstacles is going to make you fearless, which is one of the blessings here. When you come into the truth of yourself, you take on this certain level of fearlessness because you realize that fear is bubbling up from the mind. But you see that the mind is here on planet Earth, but you're actually out here, outside of time and space. The other blessing is joy of creativity. So again, the Knight of Cups can speak of this creative energies, this creative beauty that you possess. Perfection in the arts of music and dance. So this creativity. So you may be an artist, a musician, a dancer, you might even be a poet, but you're finding joy and perfection in whatever art or craft you may be engaged in. And really overcoming this and realizing the truth of yourself, you find pleasure in all circumstances of life. And Shiva has a moon, a crescent moon, in his hair. All right. Please give us 3 cards for what is on Capricorn's spiritual path for October 2022. Thank you. All right, one more. All right, okay. We got 3 on the ground. We'll go ahead and take them. All right. Scooch these down as we read them. And this says, your doubt is your faith. If necessary, in your particular case, perhaps doubt. So I'll read that one more time. Your doubt is your faith. If necessary, in your particular case, perhaps doubt. So this is where this comes from. There is a doubt that this will land where it's supposed to, this cup of compassion. But, and this is not necessarily what it's saying, but the Spirit is saying, don't let doubt be your faith. In a lot of ways, when we doubt, we create that situation. So again, call on your guardians and your guides, and they're coming in to help you with this. And you have the truth that can overcome this doubt. Doubt is a product of the mind, just like fear. And here we have tomato, potato, eggplant. It has a little spider there. So these are all plants that at one point were considered poisonous. You don't eat them, and people would uproot them, or they wouldn't even touch them sometimes because they thought that they were poisoned, or you would be cursed if you ate them, and things like this. But nowadays, these plants are very much staples in a lot of our diet. And so people may have starved while in the midst of an abundance of food, just because of a certain level of superstition that they shouldn't. So this is the power that the mind can have here to convince us that edible food is poisonous, or that follow this doubt, follow this fear, is what the mind is saying. And it appears you are surrounded in this abundance of help and truth and power. So don't let the mind convince you that you have taken this fall from grace and you're surrounded by toxic or poisonous energy, because in truth you are not. And the Spirit is saying, stop. So stop whatever robotic habitual activities you have. Stop this activity. Don't let the robot of the mind be in control of your life here. And then this says, there is nothing you can do. So this is, there's someone trying to saw this yin-yang symbol apart. Essentially trying to separate the lightness from the dark. But it's actually the integration of the lightness and the dark that creates this wholeness, the whole truth. So there is a sense, while you don't want to be bogged down in this, you actually want to harness this energy to a certain extent. Use this as fuel for your self-realization, for your awakening here. Balance this light and this dark energy within yourself. All right. Oh, all right. This is the Thoth deck. please give us 3 cards for what is the hindrance on Capricorn's spiritual path, in October 2022. 3 cards, please. Thank you. All right, got the 7 of Cups. The Queen of Cups. One more, please. And the 3 of Discs. So, specifically with this 9 of Swords, you're dealing with a certain level of illusion here. So that is going to be a hindrance for you, is this illusion. This is your obstacle. There is also a certain level of wishful thinking with this cup, and maybe where or how you want it to land. And I feel like you're wanting this cup to be instantly accepted. And the Spirit is saying that might be wishful thinking, and you need to let things happen organically. And that's not to say that this cup won't be accepted, but it might not happen in the timing that you are expecting. So be open here. Be open here. It does also speak of options, that you have other places that you could invest your time, other activities you could be doing. But the Spirit is saying to follow your innermost heart here. To not follow your innermost heart would be a hindrance. And then we have the Queen of Cups here. So as a hindrance, and this is kind of speaking to this 9 of Swords again, don't let your emotions get the best of you. Now, I understand this is a very difficult inner work to do, but this is exactly why you're set on this path, is to do this inner work in a lot of ways. This self-inquiry is really going to help out with that, because it puts the emotions in their proper place. To where you have this new perspective on the emotions. And this will help you have a little bit of distance, a healthy distance from the emotions here. And then we have the 3 of Discs here. 3 of Pentacles. So, on your path here, there's going to be many people that want to partner up with you, because you're really coming strong. You have a lot to offer anybody that you come across, but the Spirit is saying keep your eye on the prize here. This also speaks back to these options. Keep your eye on the prize. You know what you want. Continue on to what you want. And don't be swayed. All right. Please give us 3 cards for what is on Capricorn's spiritual path for October 2022. 1 or 2 cards, please. Thank you. We have the octopus, and the rabbit, and the fox. Okay. So with the octopus, and this self-inquiry. They say that the octopus, its brain actually exists throughout its whole body. Its whole nervous system is essentially its brain. But this is speaking about expanding your conscious awareness to everything that you touch. Your conscious awareness is spreading out as you realize the truth of yourself and how your consciousness actually extends throughout all of reality. And this is kind of where you're going with this octopus energy. And this rabbit and this fox here. Now, I usually don't try to do like a romance reading, but there is a runner and a chaser scenario going on. You realize what you want, so you are chasing what you want. But again, with the timing of things here, there's a law of nature that's when you chase something in nature, it will run from you. No matter what it is. And now this can be a squirrel. This can be a person you like. Sometimes this can even be certain work opportunities. If we chase it too hard, if we're too eager, it will run from you. You can kind of see it even in dogs. When you take your dog to the dog park and it has only been around like one other dog in its whole life, it's so eager and so excited to be around the other dogs that the other dogs are kind of put off by that, and they kind of like back away. They start to not run, but their energy is kind of repelled by that over-eager energy here. So there is this type of energy taking place here. And this is why taking your time and letting things progress naturally with this cup of compassion is going to be in your benefit here. All right. We'll get we'll get a couple messages from the Oracle of Rama deck. First, we pick a Divine Guide card, or it picks us rather. And each Divine Guide card is numbered, and then we get a corresponding message or messages from the Greater Oracle of Rama deck. So we shuffle until one starts riding high, or one refuses to shuffle back into the deck, and that's the one that we pick. All right. Varata. So the power of responsibility, it says here. So you have a responsibility to yourself to overcome these obstacles, to listen to your innermost heart, to do this self-inquiry, and really keep your eye on the prize of what you really want. Don't be swayed. And this card is the number 3 on it. Now, number 3 is the number of creativity here. So again, with this creative energy, a certain level of creative expression through art, music, dance, writing, poetry, music, things of this nature. There is that energy at play in this. To what extent has not really been clear, but do utilize those talents. And if you're not engaged in those, try those out, and you might find a great source for self-expression in those. Great release. Please give us 2 or 3 cards for what is on Capricorn's spiritual path in October 2022. 2 or 3 cards. I'm going to drop them all? No? Okay. Thank you. All right. Karma. Number 3. A time of adversity is indicated. So this is this adversity here, this 9 of Swords. The adversity is not this outer world adversity. This outer adversity is actually coming from the mind. And the way you overcome this adversity is by reclaiming your mind. Getting these faculties of yourself in check. And it does appear you have aid. All you have to do is ask here. This is inconceivable destiny. And it says, a gain comes even amidst difficulties. So even with this obstacle, you are still gaining here. So even before this obstacle feels like it's overcome, you have already overcome it. You are already, as soon as you make this step with this cup following your innermost heart, this gain begins. And it appears you continue to gain as you move forward here. We'll get 3 from the tiny. We'll split the deck 3 times and take the tops of the splits. Let's set this down right. Yellow, orange, orange. All right. Is this thought useful? So whatever this is, doubt that you have, this worry, when this bubbles up, really ask yourself, is this thought useful? Is this thought building me up? Or am I just vacillating on doubt here? And saying, go for it. Follow your heart. Go for the gold here. And go for, keep your eye on the prize and go for it. Now, the timing of these things might not go how your mind wants them to. But the Spirit is saying, go for it. Sabotage. So in a lot of ways, we self-sabotage when we vacillate on doubt too much, and this becomes this habitual way of thinking, or this way of thinking about ourselves. We self-sabotage. A lot of times we self-sabotage, even though we know what we want. There's an element of fear or unworthiness, things like this that bubble up, and they sabotage our progress here. The Spirit is putting this here so that you know that ahead of time, that so when this doubt does arise, you realize like, oh, this is this old pattern trying to sabotage my progress. And then you ask yourself, is this thought useful? And then you say to yourself again, no, it's not useful. Go for it. And again, stopping this robotic thought pattern of self-sabotage. All right. Please give us 3 cards for a final message for what is on Capricorn's spiritual path in October. What would you like to leave our Capricorns with for a parting message? The 5 of Wands. All right. All right. So do know that this Nine of Wands is not come to torture you. It's come for an opportunity to transcend it. With the Five of Wands, this sometimes can speak of training. You are in this spiritual training. You are almost retraining your thought process here. But do know there is going to be some level of tension as you go through these periods here. But do know that they're temporary, and they're quite short-lived, actually, as we have the Fool here. So you are embarking on this journey, and for the most part, you are feeling this free-spirited energy, and that this type of energy is temporary. But you are taking this leap of faith. You are sacrificing something. You're taking this leap of faith. In a lot of ways, you're moving spontaneously. You're moving however the winds of the divine guide you here. And here he has, or this person, man or woman, has their dog here. Now, this is usually a white dog in the Rider-Waite, but in this deck, it is an orange dog. But this is speaking of your spirit guides again. So calling on your spirit guides, they are there with you at every step. You've not fallen from grace here. They are with you. Now, this journey may feel like hard work to you. And in a lot of ways, this is hard work. This is this hard internal work that we all, at some point, whether it's in this life or the next one, we all must do this hard work. But you have a responsibility to yourself and to this innermost heart to take on this what initially is going to feel like a burden. It is not going to end up as a burden, as you are taking all this spirit fire home and utilizing these wands for their proper use here. Then we have the Temperance Angel. So again, with this finding this balance. Where was that card? I don't remember. But finding this balance as you move forward here. This can also speak of moderation. So there is something, and with the cleansing, there's something you are letting go of. There's a cleansing taking place here. This is also asking you to use patience in delivering this cup, and that it might not play out exactly the way that you want it to as far as timing is concerned. But do know that you are in your purpose as you move forward here. And you are connected with your spirit guides. You are in harmony with them as you move forward. And there may be times when you are seeking their assistance, and they are coming in to assist you. And again, your heart is open, your intuition is lit up here, and there is this sun arising, and you are moving quite intuitively as you move forward. To follow the innermost heart, you have to be moving quite intuitively here. And at the bottom, we have the Three of Cups. So there is this feeling that if this cup is not, or Three of Swords. Interesting. So there might be some of that in there. But if this cup is not received, that it's going to break your heart. There's going to be emotional grief. And I feel like also you are coming from some place that has this emotional grief here. So there is that worry, and it is surrounding a love connection, it would appear, as we have the Lovers here. So you are headed towards this loving relationship, this harmony here with someone you feel aligned with as you move forward. And that's why this worry, you really want this cup to land in the right way. And then we have the Hangman. So you are getting this new perspective on yourself and on the mind. You are successfully letting these patterns of the mind go. You're breaking those old patterns. And in a lot of ways, this is a metamorphosis for you. And the Spirit is asking you to surrender to the flow of things here. Surrender to the process. And the Three of Cups. What did I said that was a Three of Cups. So you are coming into this friendship, this collaboration, this lover's energy. And when I spoke of competition earlier, so there may be a potential third-party situation. It would appear, if you are the one coming in, that you might actually be the third wheel. And this is why the Spirit is asking you to be patient here. And wish this would-be competitor, wish them well, wish them the best life that they could have. But you, the Spirit is asking you to keep your eye on the prize and be patient here. Try not to go too far. All right. So you are coming in, and it does appear that when you come in with this cup, you are being quite direct with your intentions here. Now, this might make this person you're headed towards feel some kind of way, and I feel like they already feel some kind of way towards you. And this is why when you come in being so direct about this heart energy that you have for them, on their part, there is somewhat of a pause. They have to assess and process this information. So do be patient as you go forward with this, and go with the flow and let nature take its course. Like I said earlier, whatever is meant to be will be. So we're going to go ahead and leave this reading here. Capricorns, I want to send you a lot of love and encouragement. It looks like you are on the precipice of a beautiful journey, actually. And do know that these, what would seemingly be dark moments, are actually training grounds for you. And these dark moments actually exposed what the mind is doing here, so that you can check these habitual patterns here. So if any of this reading resonates with you, please feel free to like, share, and subscribe, as it is really most appreciated. And I appreciate all of you for tuning in, listening, and watching. It really does mean so much. And again, Capricorns, I'll catch you on the next go round. Peace.